Hi, this is for a project at UCLA Extension, and the class is Design History and Context. And the assignment is to design a poster or advertisement based on a style of a 20th century design movement. And I chose the Bauhaus movement, which was a revolutionary art and design school that emphasized simplicity, function, and accessibility. Its influence on design is still felt today. The client is Peterson Automobile Museum. The style is Bauhaus. The type is print advertisement, and the purpose is to highlight the Porsche extensive exhibit. I chose high-end automobiles for their precision and clean lines. It matches the exactness and spatial minimalism of the Bauhaus style. Peterson Automobile Museum in Los Angeles showcases many automobiles, but their main exhibit highlights Porsche. My approach to this advertising design is to create a print advertisement that showcases a Porsche automobile and a raceway. My goal is to use geometric shapes of circles, triangles, and squares with exact and straight lines to create interest. To modernize the flat shapes, I plan to apply gradients to the color to create movement. For the main illustration, I will draw a Porsche automobile to match the style of the other elements. The typefaces, here are some options that are from the Bauhaus era. Avener, Bright, Grotesque, Futura, Bayer, Universal, and then a more modern version of the Bauhaus modern typeface. And here are some examples that I'm using for inspiration. Here's a sun with these horizontal stripes that is very Bauhaus. An example of triangles used in different ways with intersecting and overlapping to create variations of triangles. Here is examples of a triangle and circles in the color palette I'm looking to use. And lastly, to modernize the design, I'm looking to incorporate gradients with these color palettes with the color palette of these colors to the right here. And I chose to use gradients because a simple Bauhaus style with just a flat color can look a little flat. So that's where I'm looking to incorporate some gradients to modernize the piece. Here's some examples of the automobile that I plan to use as the main image. And that's really what this museum is all about, is the Porsche, and to highlight the automobile. So I'm probably looking at this first image, and I will draw out a similar Porsche. Here are examples of the raceway that I chose so that you can see the directional of the raceway and creating perspective and depth with the lines. This last one here is quite interesting, showing the depth, but also the sky and the angle, which I'm looking to create and then incorporate probably triangles and possibly in the center a sun. So these are some sketches. So you can see the main image is the car, directional lines, these additional lines creating depth of the runway and incorporating variations of triangles, whether it's more complex, minimalism, overlapping triangles, and then incorporating some gradients. So darker and then lighter as you come forward. So hopefully that'll give that illusion of the raceway. Lastly, I've got 3 other variations. This middle one, again, would be for a placement of a sun. It's actually more intricate. This is possibility of using squares versus triangles. The one to the left would have the sun here in the center, and variations of different sizes and gradients of the triangles and still using these directional lines. And so that's sort of where I'm going. Each one of these is a slight variation, and I'm looking to move forward with this very interesting, inspired from the Bauhaus movement, but modernized with a print advertisement. Thank you.